Hello and good evening, one and all. It's season 4. Yes, season 4. There we go. We'll get it right. And it's a new season for AC. We see the Indycars take to circuit and some open wheel racing for the first round of the championship here this evening. We welcome you to the oNiD Hound AC Indycar Championship, and yes, a lot of coordination went into it for that to happen on the stream. It's myself, Aidan Howard, in the comments booth for another 6 weeks worth of racing here. We are at Autopolis. No, I can't remember the name of the track. Ben, my co-commentator for this season, might be able to help me on that one.
We mean to carry on because it's season 5 as well.
Yes, it is.
We are at Autopolis, a great Japanese circuit, not used very often. A lot of drivers may know it from the Gran Turismo games, and I think the last time I raced this circuit was Need for Speed Shift, which dates me somewhat, but it is a really good technical circuit, but some high-speed sections as well, very suited to this kind of car. Super Formula race here, so it's going to be good to see what these folks can do this evening.
Yes, without a doubt. We're just waiting for the Session 2 transfer over into qualifying, and they are just finished up on first flying laps, but around 6 weeks worth of racing for these open wheelers. It's going to be a ball. 19 drivers with live safety cars as well. We've got a live race control team here this evening for 6 weeks, and that will give us plenty of action in regards to stoppages and anything else that may occur in the race. Speaking of the race, one long race, I do believe, if I remember correctly, Ben, with an enforced pit stop strategy also coming into play.
It will indeed, and it's slightly different format this time round as well, in that we're doing a lap counter rather than a timer. So it is 200% tyre wear on the cars. Damage is not on tonight. It is. We're giving them a rest for the first week while they get used to running in the pack, running the rolling starts. So these guys are going to get thrown in at the deep end slightly. Push to pass will be available for these cars. I think they'll have 10 uses throughout the 50-lap race.
Yes, they will, and we'll also be able to keep track of that as well. I've seen on the timing tower, which is mighty handy, as qualifying is just a couple of minutes away until we get going. But yes, just whilst you're here, Ben, just do me a favour. Let's have a quick round of what we're expecting over the next 6 weeks in terms of circuits.
Okay. Well, this season is double-edged in that it's a follow-up to the Oval series we did last year. We promised these guys that they'd get a full season with a variety of tracks to go after the Oval run. There was one Oval, Phoenix International Raceway. That is going to be week 4 of the championship. But the rest of the tracks are a mix of street courses and traditional racetracks. So we're going from Autopolis here to Detroit Belle Isle 2021, very much a street track, that one, to the Nürburgring, not the Grand Prix track, not the full Nordschleife, because we're not that sadistic. But from there, we have our one oval race at Phoenix, short oval, so it's going to be a very big challenge for these folks. Then we go to one we haven't seen in real life in quite some time, the 1998 variation of the Vancouver street track.
Ooh.
And we finish it up at one of the truly great tracks, Road America.
Of course.
For our championship decider.
Oh my. Timer is just about to tick down to start qualifying for this first round, but what a calendar! What an amazing set of races we have coming up for our AC, and it can only get better.
Also, this championship was Jacob Hines to set up and do the picks for, and he's knocked it out of the park with these combos, to be honest.
As indeed, as the cars are now kicking out onto quali.
Will indeed, and I think these first flying laps are going to be critical. They do have tyre choice, primary and alternate tyres. I believe the alternate is faster, but will wear down a lot quicker, especially with the 200% tyre wear. So it's going to... So I think we'll see a lot of people go out on the alternate now, and then we'll see what they want to do in the race.
Yeah, absolutely. As cars are very much out on circuit for the first time here on AC for this 5th season of 2025. And don't they sound glorious? They
do. I do like the current generation of Indycar. They are really good-looking cars, and that was a slightly rude move from Sandy Bergie, one of our new drivers, getting the move up the inside of Gus Peters.
Yeah, so not racing yet, it is qualifying.
No, it might have been that Gus let him go. We do say that racing is not allowed in qualifying, so it might be that Gus let him go, let him just have the run, or he might be putting in a petition for there to be a telling off afterwards. We shall see.
Well, he will be the first driver to start off flying a lap here. It's quite a long lap, but for these fast cars, a lot of it is high speed as well. The lap times will be into the 125s, I do believe.
Well, Bergie was the fastest in practice. He had dipped into the 123s. So there's a bit of variance across the field. I don't think they have push to pass in use for qualifying, though, by the looks of it.
You don't. Well, the first act is done by Sandeep here. Of course, it's going to be purple. It's going to be his first pass setting a true flying lap. Will be the first one to, well, be the first car to set the quickest time. So we'll just keep an eye on this lap for now, as he looks loose and tidy so far for Sandeep, giving us the first reflective time here. A bit of a lock up going into the hairpin, bit of tyre smoke.
Yep, he is very committed through these corners. I'm watching his throttle and brake traces, and he is on and off in a flash to get the car turned in.
Yes, indeed, and gets to the final sector now. This kind of tricky part of the circuit where it's quite twisty. It's flowing. If you go offline ever so slightly, you compromise yourself for the next couple of corners. It just about queues on circuit to Sandeep. Gets to line, first representative lap time 123.1.
Straight into the 123s.
But Karolzak 122.9.
Oh. And both of them straight back to the pits. They're going out with 2 laps of fuel and just going for as fast as they can. But it's a risky strategy because you're going to have other cars as traffic now. And I think that has already run afoul for Johan, who was very much on the side there and having to back out of things, and that will have cooled his tyres down in a big way.
Absolutely. Conti goes P6, however, 125.4, and again, like all the other drivers, electing to go to the pits and get some fresh tyres. There's Jacob Hyde. Oh, Jacob, what are you doing?
Oh, that's fairly spectacular.
And that, folks, is AC physics at its best.
Straight onto the roof of the car there.
Yeah,
dear Lord. That was fairly spectacular.
Axel Benoit, 122.7. Times are tumbling, and again, it's just because of the tyre wear. It's just in and out of the pits, fresh tyres, straight away going for another lap.
And we've not put evolving grip on the server for this race, so they're coming out. The track is instantly at maximum grip. So they are just going straight for it.
A couple of these drivers are crawling around, potentially trying to save the tyre maybe on their outlet. So we'll go back to Sandeep, who was on pole, is now going to start another flying lap. He's got traffic though, cars exiting the pit lane up ahead of him.
He's managed to drop into a bit of space. He's got to be hoping that Zach Silver up ahead is very aware of him, because he's going to be closing on him in a big way.
Yep, absolutely. I think Zach goes to the outside. He does, and I think lets him through.
Oh no!
Oh, never mind.
Yeah, Zach ran off. Unfortunately, they could not stop the car on the grass, and it Sadiq having to avoid there, and that will scrub that lap. Still 4.5 minutes to go of this session.
Alex went 1:27.5. Sorry, 1:27.1 should I say, good enough for P12. But again, back to the pits he goes, and he's going to try and go for another lap. James Pavot, however, is on a lap, 0.3 down from the pole sitter, but it is a personal best. He's improving it on his current lap time. It's unfortunately not quite good enough to challenge for the best overall lap time, but will be a personal improvement.
It will do. Other thing to mention, something that we've not had for a couple of seasons in our AC nights, this is an open setup championship. People are free to dial in their cars to suit themselves.
Yep, absolutely. So we're giving them the driver's freedom just to try and play around the car's setup, toe angle, pressures, suspension, aero, you name it. If you can change it on the car and it makes you feel more comfortable in it, then by all means you're allowed to do so.
You've got to wonder who set up their car for that really good, just pure pace. Who's thinking, right, I've got to be running in dirty air and in rolling starts and in a pack.
Yep.
Let's, to quote a recent movie, let's build it for combat.
Let's build it for combat. I need to watch more movies. As Axel...
Considering that was the F1 movie, yeah, that's fairly damning.
Yeah, no, I remember. Okay, fine. I'll give you that one. Axel Purple first sector by 2,000 second, current pole sitter. Slower sector 2, 0.08 of a second slower. It's not much, but it is slower, and he's down on his best lap. But if he can get a mighty final sector, he might be able to claw some of that time back. It looks neat and tidy. Nothing untowards. Then a couple more corners to go. One long right-hander and then a very quick, sharp left-hander. And he's onto the main straight. A bit of a twitch on exit. Gets to the line, however. Will it be an improvement? It is an improvement. Finds 2 tenths in the final sector.
Ooh. That's putting about 3 tenths clear from Johan Karolzak, who we actually been another new driver to us. Johan Karolzak, very much a veteran of our AC nights. And very much a blimey, that was a bit close. Very much a guy who knows how to get an open wheel car around. This is where he lives.
Yep, absolutely. Oh, and Johan winding up for a fast lap. He's going to have to. He goes back to the pits.
Yeah.
Oh, he will just about have time to get to the line again, bar any traffic. He's going to have to go racing straight out of the pits in the background. Cars alongside each other as they try and figure out. Oh, it's contact.
So close to the pit lane that racing line carries you. It's going to make things very, very interesting when we're going through the pit stop phase throughout this race.
That was Burgee who got bumped off the circuit. He's leaving pits now. He should just get to the checkered flag get to the line before the checkered flag for another lap. This will be his out lap. He needs to potentially get a bit of a move on if he wants to make another attempt at improving his time. However, who is improving on a personal best again is James Pavot, who was improving the previous lap, and now he's going to have another go at it as he goes through the middle sector.
There is a lot of commitment being thrown around by these drivers today. They are pushing hard to try and get themselves further up the grid. But always maintain qualifying is not winning, and you need to be able to get through the pack in front once you're up there.
Do indeed. It's a purple middle sector, however, for Pavot. Will stick with this lap then. Goes a little bit wide through that little middle sector. Has a bit of traffic. That car does get out of the way suitably well. Doesn't disturb James too much.
Zach Silver getting out of the way there. Nice, neat exit from the final corner. Lost time in the middle there. But he can go again if he's got the fuel.
Looks like he has. He's got a car following him right on his rear wheel. But Axel Benot, I think I'm saying that right, on an out lap. Will Burgee get there for a checkered flag? He does. With not even a second to spare. And
one run for glory.
And we'll be able to go again. Goes deep into turn 1. We'll keep an eye on that. I'm just looking up down the timing screen on the tower. As no one else is really improving, so we'll stick with this lap.
Jan Kawasaki's on his final lap. First finishers have come across the line. Let's see if anyone can do something special.
We're going to wait for the first sector tyre for Sandeep. He's going to go to the first sector time beam very shortly. It should be coming up after this corner. Nothing's showing for him. Has he validated? Benoit has seen a checkered flag. How does that go second?
I think the timing's slightly glitched, and I think Sandeep has invalidated. Jumps back to the pit, settles for P3. Jacob Hine, I think, has run out of fuel.
As indeed, Cora Sebastian won't be able to improve. He's on an outlap, and we'll see the checkered flag being waved, and that is qualifying all done and dusted.
Yeah, they've got a few minutes now to, because apparently I've set the countdown time to 3 minutes by accident, which is not ideal. I will make sure that that's sorted for next week. With
the magic of Twitch and OBS, we could do this.
Qualifying session.
It was indeed.
Lots of these guys really pushing to get those laps, and I'm just watching as they start to change their tyres for their race strategy.
Absolutely.
Sorry, go ahead.
I was about to say, your starting grid for this first race of Season 5. 51 laps of racing with pit window open from lap 2 and closes lap 49. Axel Benoit, your pole position. Johan Kawasaki is a French 1-2, if my nationality list is showing correctly on Assetto Corsa. Sandeep Burgi in 3rd, Pavo 4th, Jacob in 5th, Angela Scotty in 6th, Zach Finney 7th, Peters 8th, Contu 9th, Zach Silver round up your top 10, 11th Kanoji, Ben Neal in 12th, Olivia, I've given up trying to say their last name. Yeah, what you said. Alex Wood in 14th, Carlos Capel, a new name there 15th, and a new name of Cora Sebastian 16th, Stuart Vickers 17th, Ben Beams 18th, Ben Aston 19th, Christian Overstreet is a safety car and it's not going to be taken into account for those finishes. So 19 cars with Ben Asker in the last position on the grid.
Yeah. So I was just saying, I got a ping, was making sure that no one was messaging me to tell me the server was throwing up a wobbler or anything. But yes, 1 minute left until we go to the grid. We'll then have another couple of minutes while they sort themselves out. Most people, if they're sticking with what they're showing here, most people seem to be going with the primary tyre for their starting tyre. A couple of outliers going on the alternates at the moment. Obviously, they may still change their mind. Ben Neal and Ben Beams both putting the alternate tyre on at the moment, which is the faster, softer tyre, but will fall apart like Swiss cheese after a relatively short time.
Indeed, time will tell. Right, not much longer before the cars go to the grid. We'll have another very short countdown as the cars do go to their grid spots, and then we'll get racing for the first time this season.
Yep. Lap count says 51 laps. First lap, of course, will be the rolling start as they go round at a slow pace behind the RUF Yellowbird safety car.
Of course, they go for a rolling start, aren't they? Are they? Yes, they are.
They will indeed.
Gotta love a good rolling start of American Indy cars.
And it's definitely going to be an interesting one. Rob Szymanska, our pace car driver, will come through, take the lead, and they will follow him round 2 by 2. Oh, apparently I've only given a short countdown for the actual race. I don't know how I've managed that one, but we'll go with it. We'll work with it.
It's fine.
most of the Corvettes at the back will disappear, and the Yellowbird RUF will come through to take the lead of the pack.
It really does, and the cars will now be led away. The first rolling start. This feels sluggish.
Yeah, it's going to be hard. And there'll probably be a little bit of tyre warming. I'm not sure how much heat you're going to get into those tyres following the RUF around.
No.
But we'll see what people choose to do. It's a good pack of cars behind this pseudo Porsche here. Nice steady pace. It's going to be a little while before they get round to the front. So who do you think is going to be leading into turn one, Aidan?
I want to say fourth position. Sandeep. Got a sneaky suspicion that he'll just be able to capitalise on the two cars fighting in front of you. You can get past Pavot and pip him at the start. The two Frenchmen have a battling it out for the lead into turn 1 and 2. I think he might have a good chance.
It's going to be a really cheeky start for these guys. And James Pavo trying to put heat into those rear tyres, revving and braking hard.
Well, you can do a certain amount of tyre warming on a slow formation up like this. It's not ideal, but it's part of the challenge. These guys will have to just suck it up a little bit.
Yeah. Chris Overstreet down in showing his 21st pace. He's our race director for this season. Following these guys around, he will be the man who calls the green flag. And it's going to be a big old run down into turn 1. And that's a hard braking zone. It's not a
no, it's not. It's a very
sweeping corner, that one. It's a hard right-hander.
Almost a 90-degree right-hander, gradual 90-degree right-hander, but it's downhill as well. It's the apex is blind.
It's going to be very difficult for these guys to keep a track of that.
Yes, certainly is. Hence why my reasoning for Dandeep for being maybe a good contender for P1 going into the first couple of corners. Equally, same reason could be used for Pavot as well. Actually, to be fair.
Yeah. I think Axel Bernal might manage to hold on to it. I think he's an unknown quantity, and I think that Johann's generally quite sensible. I think he'll want to sit behind and see what happens. If you don't know the person you're going up against, sometimes it's best to wait till you see how they're driving.
We're about to get the answer. Safety car's pulled away. It is a Frenchman 1-2 on the front row. Benoit Karolzak. They're both about to get a racing, and we'll see who the better Frenchman is as green flag is waved, and we're now away for the race start. Cars fanning out in the background. It is Benoit that leads the way. Pavot actually got up into second place very temporarily. Let's see if he can hold it.
Well,
and Karolzak goes for a lead, but doesn't get it.
Ran deep and dropped places. Dropped P1 back to Axel Benoit and dropped P2 to Sandeep Burge. And now it's got James Lapavo right on his tail. Lots of movement up and down the pack, and we have a car round.
Oh, that is Capel.
Oh, Ben Beams and Carlos Capel are round at the back. They're going to get themselves going again.
The safety car has followed the back of the pack around just in case there's anything big happening. I don't think it's going to warrant a safety car.
Safety car is on track. Rob is out in the RUF Yellowbird.
Oh, it's been called.
So it will be a single file restart. These guys will come round to the front straight. Rob is just slowly pootling round at the rear of the track at the moment to pick up the pack.
Is indeed.
fact, he's backing right off. He's just in between turns 1 and 2 here. And the guys are just coming around onto the start-finish.
Lovely. That's better.
All of them being very well behaved. They are holding position in queue. Bit of tyre warming, going straight into their single file queue while they wait to pick up that Yellowbird safety car.
Indeed. Lovely to see. Following race control's instructions as they are about to catch the fake Porsche of Rob Zemanska. He will collect the cars up as we have our first pit stop already. Pit window is open, but that is Carlos going for a very early pit stop.
Yeah. Gets in, he gets them. I mean, he's done the mandatory there. It's 1 lap of 1 litre of fuel or a tyre change.
Yes, indeed. So gets away with doing that early. We'll probably have to stop again now.
I suspect he will, but he's now free on strategy. He doesn't have to think, I have to stop. So he can stretch out and do exactly what he needs to do to get positions. And he's going to be the only, once he gets around on the back of the pack, he's going to be the only guy out there who has done a mandatory stop.
Take that. Not a bad idea, to be fair. Gets out of the way with.
He's not far off the back either. He's nearly right back on them. I'm wondering if Chris might call Rob in this lap.
Well, we are about to find out as Rob is still leading the pack away at a rather slow pace.
Yep. They're going to stick at about 80 kilometers an hour for the pace car sessions, apparently. So it's just going to hold them nicely in that track. They all have very cool tyres as they come into the back into turn 1 this time round.
Indeed. Well, Capel has caught the back of the field now. Everyone is in a single file. May probably get the safety car in this lap, you would think. As just to wait to see what happens. As Rob comes around the final turn, he's going to accelerate away. Is he?
Is he coming in the pits? Is he round 1 going round again? I think he is. I think we're going for another lap.
Okay, that's peculiar. We'll go with it.
No, it might be that he was giving time for Capel to catch up, and now that's. But now we have another dive into the pits there.
And Ben Beams.
Ben Beams, our other person who was spun round at the back, so he's going for a counter strategy here.
Fair, gets out of the way with, and I do suppose that's nothing bad, nothing horrible there.
He'll have basically lost nothing by the time he's out. He'll be still right on the back of the queue.
He will be.
Dropped a couple of physical places. That's all. That's a very interesting move. Ben Beams was very good in the. He's one of our AMS runners. Was very good in the AMS Championship last year. I think he and his teammate Alex Wood both finished in the top 3 of the AMS, so they get the chance to vie for the championship again. Whereas Zach Silver, the champion, has promoted up to the pros.
Oh, interesting. Well, safety car still going. A bit of elongated safety car period. With a very manic start to the race and an incident involving Beams and Capel in the turn 5-6 area of the lap, which prompted race control to throw Rob out onto the circuit to gather him up and say, calm down now. That's enough. You've had a bit of manicness.
I suspect that's what Chris was thinking, was get them to chill, get them to go again, getting the restarts. Looks like there were a couple of little taps of people under the pace car. I did get collision warnings come up for between Angela Scott and Olivia Krasnowska.
Interesting. We'll keep an eye on that. That's right in the midfield of the pack. That's 9th and 10th as they go through the hairpin. No obvious signs of damage for Karasnauka or Scotty.
Yeah, Ben22 racing in chat. Ben Brown, one of our top admins, going, is the unsafety car actually being safe? Yeah, he is for the moment. Although he's picked possibly the least safe car to be the safety car this time round.
Yes. That bright yellow fake Porsche.
I mean, it's a good looking car, don't get me wrong.
It is, but it's fake. A few more corners to go for this end of this lap, and I think it's like Rob's starting to potentially pick up the pace a little bit. Try and pull it. No, he's not. He's just staying put. That's absolutely fair. As we are just awaiting the call from race control to see whether we are going green this lap. We've only got a couple more corners to go.
Yeah, Rob's pulling away.
Yep, that'll do it.
So we'll fall to Axel Bennott's control for the restarts. As the Porsche done by Lidl comes into the pits.
And we are about to get a race on, holding firm for the green flag, and the green flag is now waved. And we're away for the restart for the first round of the AC Indycar Championship. They're almost 3 wide in the background. Benoit does maintain position in the background. Karolzak and Virgie having a bit of contact.
There is some chaos around there in the start there.
It is Pieces and Ben Asker coming together.
Yeah, Ben Beams, Alex Wood, Jatin Kanoji has dropped places there. And the safety car's been called again.
Wonderful. And so we're going to have another safety car period for a couple of cars that want off at turn 1. Which we will, I'm sure, just let the field go back up again, and we'll go green again for another maybe on lap 6 or 7 or another restart.
You'd hope so. It would say they're all still very bunched together. I mean, they were almost all going before the pace car got called out there. So it's tough to make that call. You have to. Sometimes you make it and it works. Sometimes everyone's got going, but the pace car's already on track.
Yes, it is indeed.
It's not an easy job to do. I'm not saying that in criticism, but sometimes you end up. It looks like you've been overly conservative with your call, but you're doing what you think is the best to make sure that the racing is fair and safe for everyone.
Yeah, that's fair. That is fair. No one yet elected to die for the pits in this second safety car period.
See whether anyone does. I'm not. It made sense in a way for people to compel. They'd taken a hit. They'd been spun round to the back. Oh, we do have one driver in the pits. That is Jatin Kanoji, who again will drop to the back, but they won't lose much time to the pack.
Right, no, they'll be able to get up back to the pack for quite a short period of time.
Ooh, that's a long stop. I think that's a tyre change.
Cool. What tyres he got on to?
Let's have a look. We will see when he comes out. He's gone on to the primaries. And it clears his mandatory stop as well, because I don't believe we implemented a tyre compound rule. So you don't have to use both the alternate and the primaries. But if you've made a tyre change, they will last a bit longer. If he's spun at all in all the carnage and flat spotted, it will be much nicer to drive now on fresh rubber.
Did it well. So, as the safety car is just crawling around, making sure everyone's up to speed, Kanoji and back around the circuit will very shortly catch up the pack. Indeed, it does.
Yeah, they've still got a quarter of a lap to go. It depends on what Chris does. I'd say you could probably get the pace car in this lap and get them going again.
Yeah, I also agree.
See what they choose to do.
Indeed. Leaders still electing to remain out on circuit. No cheeky pit stops from leaders. But yeah, so surely safety car will be coming in this lap, surely.
You'd hope. I mean, everyone's there. They're in the queue. And everyone had the chance to go for their pit stop because it was called at the start of the lap.
Yeah.
So they've all had the chance to come round, take a pit and take advantage. I don't think there's any real reason to make people do another lap, to be honest. But we'll see what the race director chooses to do.
And that is Rob pulling off.
Yeah, Rob's pulling away. Pace car was coming in.
As we just await for the green flag to be thrown for the third time. Is Bennett leading the way from Kawasaki to Burgee, and we are now green once more as cars are already going away.
They fan out across the track, everyone looking to gain advantage. Big compression into turn one, some lockups, some paint traded, but I think everyone has gotten away with it.
Just about. That was, I believe,
It was a bit touring cars. They won't be able to get away with that when we turn on damage this week, but they've gotten away with it this week and will be able to get some racing under their belts.
Indeed they will, as we have a clean first lap so far, which is nice to see.
Going to be interesting to see. We do allow all levels of assists at oNiD. It's going to be interesting to see.
Scott had a moment, did Scotty. Angela going off the circuit, taken to the grass, turning that car into a very expensive ride-on lawnmower. And in the background, Sebastian as well, having a bit of a twitch on acceleration.
Big moves from Ben Beams, fighting and dicing with Ben Neal with the bends. Scotty runs wide again. Oh, very carefully comes back onto track. Nicely done. But has dropped down to P18.
A lot to forget for Scotty. They will get going once more, as we have had the first actual flying lap of this race. And it is Axel leading the way from Johan.
Trying to build a gap.
I've got a whole
feeling it's not going to tell us what people's push to passes are until they've done their pit stop.
Yeah, and even then, if they've done their pit stop, it doesn't usually clear on the timer's tower.
Yeah, it's going to be interesting. But we will see what people manage to do. They have got 10 push to passes to use throughout the race.
Have indeed.
So we will see how they manage that.
Indeed. Oh, I hear tyre screeching. That's Neil Peters.
And it was Krasnowski, Gus Peters. Yeah, having a little bit of a rough time there. Gets back in the fight with Ben Beams. Cruises up the inside. And is now attacking Angela Scott.
Oh, very nice.
Oh, and makes the move into 30R. Very nicely done.
Does indeed. Let's jump on board with some of these drivers to see on the TV point of view, on TV cam on the top of the cars, what they're seeing. And the Scotty looks to just calm down a little bit. We'll try and close that gap back up again. Oh, goes deep. Goes very deep and it's round.
She is having a rough start to the season, is Scotty. Gets the car back on track. Lights up the wheels and has to avoid Ben Asker. Yeah, she's not waiting around. Is Scotty gets right on top of Ben Asker and launches out of the final corner. And one advantage now, she's got clear track ahead of her. Oh, and it's Stuart Vickers off into the gravel at turn one.
Oh dear.
He is waiting for a gap to get back on track.
Is indeed, and indeed he will very gradually get the car running again. This is in a low gear, it's not shifted down. Oh, there we go.
He's he's down in first gear. I've got a feeling he might have TC on. We do allow any assists for people. So there's going to be a mix of people using traction control and ABS.
Ooh.
So that is going to throw a little bit of a loop in for people. But Stuart Vickers a bit far off the back of the pack now, about 24 seconds back. Will, I'm sure, be hoping for another safety car.
Yeah, absolutely. That's the only thing they're going to hope for at this point, to try and bring it back into this race. For now, it is still Benoit leading the way. Karaszak, Bergy, Pavot, Finney, Hind, Silver, Contu, Kanoji, Karasnoka.
Krasnowska, I think.
Krasnowska.
I've probably pronounced it 3 different ways so far, and I'm not sure any of them are right, but we will try. If you want to let us know, Olivia, you are perfectly within your rights to do that.
Please do. Still Olivia under threat here is Olivia from Ben Neal in the very certainly retro liveried.
Yes, I had a bit of a smile on my face when I got this from today. The thing is, no one else will be able to see it. He got it to us slightly late. Same with Scotty's livery, but we made sure that it was on the server so that they could use it, so that they could see it, and so that it was on stream. But the old bar livery,
I know.
It still looks good, doesn't it?
It does. The glory days of Honda.
He's on the attack now, really tucking in behind Olivia. Sweeping through those S's, trying to find a way round. Gotta wonder, maybe wait for the straight, go for the push to pass.
Yeah, quite possibly.
Oh, Carlos Capel has had an off in the S's. Gets back on track and is back running, but has dropped away back.
Who did?
He's had a rough start to his time at oNiD, has Carlos. He's been caught out by those early incidents and is now having to do the fight back.
Indeed, and Peace is having an issue as well, dropping down the order, losing a position or 2.
Ben Neal now through on Olivia, but has not escaped, and both Olivia and Cora Sebastian are right on the back of that BAR liveried car.
Indeed. For now, is to be able to pull a gap through this middle sector, which is nice to see. Contu having a fight with Kanoji. I think maybe we've got the undercut, overcut as Kanoji's some things about moving up the inside. Thinks better of it.
Yeah, Justin ran a little bit wide, let Miku up the inside. Very ambitious into that corner to try and line up. Wasn't quite close enough. Couple of car lengths forward, yes. It would have been on.
Indeed, but yeah, a little bit too far behind, let's say.
I'll tell you what, though, in our top 3 fight is still definitely on. Sandeep Burge, 5/10 off the back of Johan Karaszak, who's in turn 5/10 off the back of Axel Benoit. And none of them are getting away from each other, and I think Axel's going to be getting tired of punching a hole in the air for everyone else at this rate.
Yeah, Gus Peters having a spin, dropping from 14th to 17th. That's going to hurt his progress up into the field.
Well, he likes an overtake, does Gus, so now he gets to try and do a few, I suppose.
Yeah, he's got to do another 17 to try and get to the lead battle, but we'll stick with it as Scotty wide through turn 2.
Looks like, and I think has had a little touch on the grass, had to back right out, slow down.
Oh dear.
And he's now in a bit of an island. But we do have battles ongoing. One that's getting very close. Mikko Konto on the back of Zach Silver. And Sandeep Burge on the back of Johan Karaszak.
Indeed, lap times look quite similar for the top 3. Karaszak actually is 10th, 3rd, and 1st and 3rd on his actual personal lap time.
All of them within a 10th and a half of each other. That is ridiculous pace and consistency.
It is indeed. As Conti's having a go at Zach Silver, Silver tries to show him the door a little bit. And maybe a bit of grass as well, but Conti makes the move work. Goes a little bit deep into turn one, but so does Silver.
And that's letting Jatin Kanoji close up on the back of them to make this a freeway fight.
Get your popcorn ready, folks.
And Jatin not afraid of a move. Oh, that's very nicely done. Goes outside to inside, holds onto it and makes the move on Zach Silver.
Very nice indeed. The driver playing from India, I do believe, if we are to trust AC and the timing app.
He is indeed, and he's not stopping either. He's going straight up. Karaszak has dropped it on the last corner from the looks of it.
Oh, and that's Pavé for third as well.
And that's let Sandeep Burge through. And more importantly for Axel Bonneau, has given him a gap of a second and a half back to the guys behind.
Oh.
Stuart Vickers comes in for his pit stop. Down right off the back of the pack, just getting his stop out of the way, I think, at this point. That looks like a tyre change.
So he is now being lapped, so we'll be fighting back through the field, not just to get some positions, but also potentially looking to unlap himself.
There's a battle starting to form up and down the field now. Zach Finney on the back of Johan Karaszak, and we know that Zach has some pace in him.
Does indeed. Now, let's see what happens. But is closing on a struggling Karaszak after a torrid incident on the final turn. Saw him drop 2 positions.
Oh, big fight on the go. Scotty fighting back against Carlos Capel. Gets up the inside. Down for P16. And that's let Gus Peters get right on the back as well. It's Scotty's on a charge. She is right on the back of Ben Beams as well.
Yeah, she wants to get those positions back after a very horrible first stint.
Lining up on the Good Smile livery car.
Oh, tries to run. Oh,
Ben Beams runs wide. There is a touch.
But Scotty's lost 2 positions. Well, actually lost a net position overall. Or now have Gus Peters to try and hunt down.
Not what she'd have wanted from that, but gets going again. I think that was Stuart Vickers in the in-game chat. He's lost his wheels lost connection.
And you can see race control. Stating understood. He will be unfortunately DNFing from this race if that's the case.
He's going to try and come back in, so fair play to him.
Fair play.
He's just let us know what's going on.
Wonderful stuff. Indeed, as we see, Cora Sebastian, also taking the pit stop, will take their pit stop for the mandatory pit stop race. Can quite easily go to the end on the rest of the fuel tank, or should be able to, without having to worry about having to pit again. We jump back up to Kanoji. Oh, hold on, Hein has a spin.
Oh, the series mastermind gets himself going again, but he's lost a lot of time to the cars in front, and now has a charging Mikko Kontu right on the back of him.
Does indeed. He's going to have to deal with that very shortly.
Oh, I'm trying to see if we have any indicator of push to pass on the steering wheel. Yes, we actually do. Mikko Kontu's on 7 push to pass and has activated one to try and chase down Jacob Hyde.
See if we can see that as well. Not quite on the dashboard, but you can see how much Kontu is trying to close in.
Yeah, he's run through that push to pass and is now trying to chase down Jacob on power alone.
It looks nice and tidy though.
I'll do a quick run through of
Up
who
the
has what.
inside. Canadian's trying to make a move up the inside. Doesn't make it work.
Kanoji has burned a lot of push to pass away. He's on his down to 6 push to passes left. So he's used 4 of his total already.
Oh, goes wide, saves it.
Possibly too much power on the go. That Jan Karosaki's in the wall.
Oh dear.
Gets back on track and out in front of. Who's that behind him? That's a lapped car behind him?
He dies to the pits.
Yeah, you might as well at this point, mightn't you?
Yeah, absolutely. Get the pit stop done out of the way with and take it from there. That'll be pit stop done for the race as there's a car going very wide off in the background of the circuit. Sebastian in 17th as Conti does eventually find a way past that. And Heinz off circuit, upside down.
Yeah, and that's back to pits and he will lose a lap.
Did he well? And I think no, that's not brought safety car out.
I mean, it's come back. He was back in the pits because it flicked him.
Yeah, of course.
They see if it puts the car upside down, if you're not going to end up back on your proverbial feet, it will jump you back to pits.
That's fair.
So it will clear the track for you. So there was no real need for a race director to throw the car out there.
Well, look at the places he's losing, down to 15.
Yeah, and he's going to keep going as well because it will count him as not having completed that lap. So he will drop down. Everyone who was on that lap will now game on over him. He'll be classed as a lap down.
Oh, it's a kick in the teeth.
I believe it will have done his mandatory pit stop for him, but I don't think that's going to be of an awful lot of consolation.
No, not in the slightest, is it really? As Kanoji following Silver. Silver dies for the pit lane. He does. Clouts the wall for good measure on entry, though, does Zach?
They're taking advantage of the no damage thing here, aren't they?
They are, yes. Bring back the punishment, Ben.
Don't worry.
It will be, dearest, don't worry. Lap 18 of 51, some pit stops are now happening. That was a lock-up from Axel. Not that it matters, his nearest competitor is 3.5 seconds away.
Axel is setting a pace here.
He is, yeah.
He is just putting those laps away.
Making that car work. Sandy doesn't seem to have an answer for him as of yet.
Both on the same tyre as well. Let's have a look. The push to pass. 8 uses remaining for Bernot. Burge has not used any yet. Interesting decision.
Yes. Very interesting. Oh, that lap now sees 4.2 seconds to go between leaders as Axel's starting to run away with it a little bit. Peter's getting passed by Olivia for P9. Sorry, Peter's getting past Olivia, should I say, for P9, and Olivia falling to P10 with Zach Silver right on their tail. Zach goes very wide. Just about gathers it up, puts 2 wheels on the grass. Continues nonetheless and still is able to close the gap to Olivia.
He's right on her tail here. These are Zach's kind of cars. He is a big fan of open wheelers. And he's
oh wow.
Oh, that was a move. And Olivia dies for the pits off the back of it.
And that had to be a very compliant Olivia allowing that move to happen up the inside of the final turn. I had to look away for a minute. No, I wasn't sure they were going to make it, but they did. Thank God.
It's Gus Peters, Olivia Wisnowski, both in the pits, complete their mandatory stop and will come back out.
Well, indeed, as
I
things.
Both either side of Axel Beno, who is back on, still pushing to build that gap over Sandeep Burge.
Almost 5 seconds. So do you remember a thing called success ballast?
I do. It's not really a kind of car that suits it, if we're honest.
No, not at all. Let's not.
As everyone knows, I'm a big fan of things like damage and success ballast being teaching tools, but an Indycar is not really the kind of car that's built for it.
No, not at all. Kanoji also into the pits now for their mandatory, and that is a long stop, and that is going to be tyres, as well as fuel.
Yeah. Tyres, fuel, the works, and they will get back out on track.
Well, indeed. They slot in behind Alex Wood. It is Alex Wood for P10 and Alex Kanoji in 11th. But with Jacob Hine not too far behind, a nice little sandwich there of cars fighting for position.
We're getting a little bit of that mid-race spread, aren't we? When they're running through their pit cycle, they're all at slightly different fuel loads, tyre loads.
Yes.
And pushing to find out what's the better option for themselves.
Yeah, they are indeed. So we shall wait, and we should be patient. Just need these pit stops to pass through, then we can get cars back up close and racing with each other once they've taken into account a stop in the garage.
Justin Kanoji very late on the brakes there, but he's made the time up. And gets right, but runs wide at the next turn.
That's what hurt him, and Hines not too far behind, looking to capitalise. Can't do anything about it right now.
But all of them getting involved in this freeway fight for P10.
Can Kanoji do it? It's going to probably be a turn into moving to turn 1. Go through the final turn now. We're being in slipstream as
Alex Wood dies for the pits.
Deprived of a battle.
That lets Hine and Kanoji through, but they're still pushing. And Jacob only 6/10 off the back of Justin Kanoji and closing. Has only used one of his push to passes.
Ooh. Got a lot stored up there for being able to make another move then.
Yeah, and he gets close enough, he'll be able to use that to fly on by the car in front. Alex Beno in the pits, and Sandeep Burge in the pits.
Ooh, interesting. So there'll be a gap between the two as they leave the pits.
And James Lepavo has taken over the lead.
That's a long pit stop for Sandeep.
Very long pit stop. He's dropped a lot of time there.
Oh boy.
I'd almost say that's dropped him out of contention. He's a good 10 seconds off the back of Beno now.
Yes, indeed. That's not going to help his cause in the slightest.
Ben Neal in the bar liveried Honda. So we are getting that pit stop cycle through. Everyone looking at around just before the halfway mark, so they must all be fairly confident they can get to the end from here.
You would certainly like to think so, wouldn't you?
I mean, the one thing we can't get an indicator of in any way is fuel.
Yeah, that kind of sucks, really, doesn't it? Because that's the main thing we kind of do need to look out for.
Yeah, if they fuel usage is at 100%, but you'd think you'd get more than 22 laps out of a fuel load here.
Yes.
I mean, these are very thirsty cars, but they've got to go do something like a competitive distance, surely.
Must do.
James Lepavo in, drops down and lets Zach Finney also in. So those guys were in P3 and P2 respectively. They let Mikko Kontsu has made his way through the pack after some early shenanigans. and he's up into P2.
But Sandy's right on the tail. This battle looks to be brewing. Virgin on the inside line, that's actually a lot more easy than I thought it would have been for him.
I don't think Miku defended very hard. If I remember correctly, Miku pitted early.
It did. Whether he's trying to make
He's going to be off strategy, so he's going to have to
dual save and tyre save.
Yeah. So this isn't really his fight at the moment. He's going to be looking at different places to pick out. So this is a nice place to be for him, but it's not really going to be the fight he's after.
No, not in the slightest. We see Beams and Olivia trading position. Says, "Oh, Ben's off the road."
Just about holds it together, but has dropped that place back to Olivia Krasnowska, rather. I tried. Olivia.
One of us. As we are about to hit that halfway mark, actually. 23 or 24 laps done.
Yes, and there is a great battle forming between Angela Scott, Jatin Kanoji, and Ben Neal.
Oh my, there is indeed.
Now that's what you call a fight, and that's what we're here for. Jatin running very far over onto the left-hand side of the track, sweeps round the outside.
Gets the move done. Scott in the background conceding a position, but now under threat from Neal. Ben Neal in the Honda livered car.
Scotty saved her push to passes. Jatin is into 4.
Interesting.
Neal also saving his push to passes, still has 10 in hand.
Oh.
So you can only really use one of them a lap at best.
Yes.
Scott
locks up.
And that lets both Jacob Hine and Ben Neal through.
Does indeed.
Yeah, you can only use about one of them a lap. So are they saving them all for final laps, for the final lap and sprinting? If you're a fan of the British touring cars, you've seen drivers do that with their turbo boost usage.
Did they have? Now, continue into the pits. That's a long pits. That's the tyres, that's for sure.
Yeah, that's their change strategy after the first few laps, I suspect. Comes out still in P10.
Oh,
So they've held on reasonably well there.
They have.
I don't think everyone in. I think everyone in front
Safety
of them is
car.
going to hit again. Safety car. Now, what has happened here? Angela Scott in the pits. This could be a big winner for Scotty.
Absolutely. What's happened with? Oh, and Scott and Rob's decided to stop on the circuit. That's interesting.
What's happened on earth has happened here? That was very strange.
Was indeed. He's going to let through Peters, who's.
I think that was a.
leader.
Yeah, I think that was a go round until the leader reaches me moment.
Yeah.
And Rob was waiting.
So, not entirely sure of the reasons for the safety car.
No.
And James have also taken an opportunity to go into the pits as well. So, is Karolzak third and fourth in the pits at the same time?
That's a second stop for Karolzak, isn't it?
It is.
Interesting. Then we are dead on the halfway point of the race.
What in the world happened to Zach Silver as he entered the pit lane? Jesus Christ, there's a car just about to flip in the background.
Well, everyone's made it through so far.
Just about.
everyone's spread out quite a bit. That's going to take a little while for everyone to back up. And then it's going to be up to race controllers whether they give laps back.
Oh boy.
It's directly behind, because Bird's directly behind Beno. Zach Finney's got lap traffic in third, has got lap traffic in between him and the two leaders here.
Ooh.
The big winner in all of this is Sandy Birch. He's suddenly no longer got a 10-second gap in front of him to Axel Beno in front. He can take the fight to him.
As a Mr. Bean impression. Oh gosh.
I've got a feeling we're going to wait for all the cars to get on the back of this queue, and then we're going to start clearing lapped cars through.
I would hazard a guess of that being accurate. A fair few cars between second and third and fourth, one car between fifth and sixth potentially, and a few and maybe one or two cars between eighth and ninth.
We've got the laps to do it.
Well, race control, I want to figure it out. Indeed, if race control can figure it out, I'm sure they will oblige.
Waiting for the pack to catch up. It's just Ben Beams and Alex Wood, the two teammates there in their Hatsune Miku liveries. Just coming around to the back of the queue now. Not too far off. We're going to get at least another lap under the pace car here.
Yes, indeed.
And we have drivers diving for the pits by the look of it.
Oh, look, he's diving for the pits. It's Cable. Oh, sorry, Capel, should I say?
Capel, Ben Asker. Well, they've got nothing to lose.
Haven't. And who's that also coming to the pits? It's Ben Beams.
Yeah, Ben Beams.
Again.
I think he's taking advantage to get fresh tyres on.
Can't blame him. He's got nothing to lose. He's started down the back of the grid.
He's not really going to lose position here. He's going to lose one position to his teammate. And those two will fight each other, so it's not really a big issue. But yeah, they'll be back round on the back of the. Make sure. Yes, it looks like we are getting lap traffic waved round.
Rather than being Cora Sebastian.
Sebastian's gone round, Capel's gone round, and I assume Ben Asker will be told to go. Yeah, he's going straight round.
He is now, yep.
Good thing we've only got only three drivers who are a lap down.
Not bad, is it?
No, not really. It's great consistency from all these drivers.
And once they catch up and back to the field, they'll all be bunched right back up together, ready for another restart. I do, however, think there's a car in between Vinny and Virgie that's a lapped car. Nope, or not. Ignore me.
No, he's no. It was I think it was Sebastian who was in between them, and who's now been waved through.
Yeah, I stand corrected.
Great work from race control, getting everyone back on parity here. So it's going to be a great race towards the finish here.
Absolutely. Past halfway mark, and in this safety car period is Benoit, Bergie, Finney, Pavot, Neil, Karazax, Hine, Silver, Conti and Kanoji, your top 10.
I wonder if Chris, our race director, and I thoroughly approve if he's done this, has called a sneaky competition caution here.
Ooh.
It's within his rights to do that. He has carte blanche to run the pace car as he sees fit.
Ooh, that would be cheeky.
I thoroughly don't object to competition cautions.
Neither do I. That was more of a question than a statement, wasn't it?
Yeah, I could be misreading it, but if he's done it, he gains my everlasting respect for 100% doing this to people.
Well, that's the thing. We didn't see anything obvious on track to warrant a safety car.
No.
Yeah.
That's my thought. And to be honest, his job is to keep the racing safe and provide good racing.
It's definitely keeping racing safe, and he's definitely providing good racing.
Yeah, he's not there to facilitate people having 10-second leads. He's not there to make it like a Max Verstappen-esque domination fest.
As Conti comes into the pits.
Onto in the pits. He'll drop positions, but he'll be back round on the back of the pack before they go green.
Quite easily.
I'm not even convinced. No, he won't drop fully to the back. He'll be at the back of the queue.
Yes, indeed.
Because the last driver is in the queue is Ben Asker, who is a couple of laps down, I think.
Yes, he is. So you might not be able to get this lap back.
Yeah. They won't give him that one back unless Ben is kind enough to let him through, because it was his own choice to go in the pits.
Yeah, absolutely.
But Ben Asker will have the blue flags. He'll know to let them through. In fact, is he doing so? No, I think it just looked like he was.
He's only got one car. He's only got one faster car behind him.
Yeah.
The blue flags.
It's not really on Ben to facilitate.
No.
Coming back through there and getting on the back.
No, exactly.
Ben turns up every week, does his best, and he's very good at making sure that he's conscientious at letting people through when they need to. So it's
yeah.
But behind the pace car, he's got his own responsibility to do, and that's sit in that queue and make sure he's ready to go again at full speed.
Yeah.
And Ben Beams has dropped a little bit off the back of the queue here. I think he's going to get the pickup order to get back through the S's.
He does now, but that was a definite gap there, wasn't there?
It can happen. Yeah, it's a slow part of the track.
Yes. Yeah, absolutely. Gets back up to the field, and I believe we've just got this last quarter of a lap to go. Then we'll go racing once more with 20 odd laps to go.
Yeah, I suspect we're going to see Rob pull away at the end of this as he goes through the S's here. And then it's going to be a big old deal to the finish.
Indeed, yes.
Axel and I's got to be thinking, right, I've done everything I can, and now I've got to do it all over again.
Yeah. I that would be my thoughts exactly. Safety car doesn't not quite the last corner. No, I thought they were the last corner there. A couple more corners to go.
See?
Yep.
Yep, there he goes.
Yep.
Pulls away, Axel Bernard takes over the role of the safety car.
Does indeed. Will it be? Well, when will he launch that car to start the green flag again? Under starter's orders, so we just wait for a brief moment.
Waits for the green there, and he goes. What great launch as well. Gets the jump on.
Scott's off in the background, but is able to get going once more, and his car's off into the grass. So he joins safely. That was Sebastian, I think. Oh, a 3x3 turn one in the background.
It's a lot of fighting going on.
Oh, contact!
That's Olivia. Went full free. I think she did a full 7. That's a bit of carnage.
That was Ben Beams losing it, unable to control, as brought in the safety car back out again. Yeah,
that's a valid decision, to be honest. There's a lot of cars got very into each other there. Good thing is, we've got 17 cars on the lead lap.
Yes.
Gotta wonder if they will let Ben Asker have another lap back here, because he's a few laps down at this point.
I do wonder. You would potentially think so, wouldn't you?
It's the question. It's one car, so do you let him have the lap back, or do you just go right? No, we're just going to go racing. Give people as many racing laps as possible. It is a balancing act, and we'll see what they choose to do.
Yes, indeed. As
It's always he's got to be breathing a little bit. Another lap that he's lap or two that he's going to be able to just stay calm and not have to fight off, and that ticks the total down. We are on a lap counter.
Indeed, the leaders are now approaching safety car. Safety car needs to get moving because that's the leaders.
Yep. Safety car burns out there. There's a fun first gear on that. That's the hit behind, and that's Ben Neal who got turned.
Doesn't look like the safety car is very much. Wow, well, words failing me tonight. It looked like the safety car was very much aware who the leader was potentially waiting for them to go past, thinking they were a back marker. But in fact, it was actually the leader coming to the stop, and the Constantino effect. What was that contact we saw in the background? Oh dear.
Yeah, not ideal. I think Ben Neal has the guys around him have let him back into where he was. So he's had a spin, but he's not lost pace, if that makes sense.
No, exactly.
Right, Cora Sebastian coming round to the back in P17. I think they've had a dive for the pits.
Been a very topsy-turvy race, doesn't it?
But the one consistent has been Axel Benoit up front, who's been there since lap 1, started from pole, and has controlled this race. And they now have 21 laps left to take the first win of the season.
Indeed they do. Cool. So, another little bit longer on the safety car. We should have all the field cars back up. They may be allowing Ben Asker to unlap themselves. For now, they are staying put at the back of the grid.
No, I think Ben Asker's just dropped to the back and is holding there.
That's fair.
Rather than taking another lap back. Sometimes it's one. We feel sympathy. Obviously, Ben's a lap down, but if we let him go through, it's one car who's just to come round for the back.
Yeah, that's fair.
Straight to the back again. It's just holding the race up for the sake of it at that point.
Yep, that's absolutely fair.
And that's why it is race director's call.
Yep, indeed.
We've done a few of these now. Chris, our race director, has done these before. He's very competent at doing it. So that's why we've trusted him with the role this time round.
Yeah, and the safety car does now peel away from the lead. 21 laps to go. It is Axel leading the way from Pavel Karazak, your top 4. We await the green flag to be waved once more and hoping for a very smooth restart. As you see a couple of cars going to the pit lane. That was P6, I believe. Indeed.
Yeah.
And we're back again away once more.
And that's going to cost Jacob in a big way. That must have been bingo fuel.
Must have been. There's a car off in the background. That's massive. That's Karazak.
Jan Karazak and Olivia. And they both trying to rejoin. The pace car coming out?
Yep.
It is indeed. So that's now that means Jacob Hine could have played a bit of a blinder there, because if everyone else has to do another stop, that puts him in box seat territory, because he's going to be yeah, he's going to be at the back of the queue, but he's quick, and he's also put fresh tyres and fuel in the car.
Yes, that is a very good point. We are going to wait for the safety car to cover up the field, hopefully more successfully compared to last time they tried to.
Yeah, we've got to hope one more time. It is a learning curve, and this is all a manual process. It takes a while. Ben Brown in the chat on the safety car slightly, but we are working on it, and it's not easy. A lot of games have this as an automated process. We have to do it all manually, which makes it very interesting.
Bit of a faff.
Yeah. It's great fun. It's a great experience, these guys, but it does mean sometimes it can be a little bit of a weird experience.
Zach Silver coming to the pits for a pit stop, electing to come into the pits. So that is Kanoji after that turn 1 adventure.
Yeah. There's definitely people who are having to come in because they're out of fuel or tyres, I suspect. So I think some people who got their pit stops done have played a blinder on the last run of pit stops.
I would agree. As the safety car has picked up the leader this time, and I would imagine that it will be the end of this lap once more before they peel back in as we attempt another restart for this race.
We're going to get the queue back together. Again, you've got to wonder, Banksky's going to be in the middle of the queue this time. Yep, he's getting the wave around. That's completely fair at this point.
Who's that, Ben? Yeah.
Yep, he's going to wave around. And that's going to put him back on the lead lap.
That is, yes. You're very much correct. Oh, if he doesn't do that...
I mean, he's still going to get back on the lead lap. They're going to have to wait for him to come round. He's going to come flying around at 200 plus kilometres an hour. They're all going to be doing about 60. So,
he'll catch up in no time then.
Yep, 16 laps remaining of this race. And we've got to hope that everyone can get a good start for the next one. I think we're going to get at least one more lap on the safety car.
Yes.
Because Ben Asker's got to come right back round to the back of the pack. And it is, being a complex track, it's a little bit tetchy to get everyone round in time.
Tis indeed.
Then down into turn 1, everyone else is just coming through the S's. We've had an impact of someone.
Uh-oh.
Olivia Krasnowska and Ben Beams have a little bit of a crash. But I think that's probably just tyre bumpers. They were warming tyres.
I would imagine so as well. As the safety car is pulling away. We're going green.
Oh, now that's... I mean, Ben Asker's got nothing really to lose there. He's going to be basically back on the lead lap at this point.
He is indeed. He'll get the green flag going back up to pack, but we'll get the green flag for race leaders as Benoit goes away very well. In the background is a train to second, third, and fourth.
And makes the dive down into P1. This is a lot of compression of these cars. James Lapavo up into P3.
Indeed, they are side by side for the lead, and Benoit just about holds from Virgie.
So Zach Finney up into P3, who has been fairly quiet throughout this race. We know he has a lot of pace.
Peters is round.
Yeah, Gus Peters around, and Fight going to have to come back on track and way through.
Gets going again. That's fine. As Capel's lost a position. There's a cluster of cars here in the midfield, all fighting it out.
It's hard racing. It's right on the edge of fairness. There's definitely no hold being offered or granted.
Absolutely not. There's a touch. They're almost round. There's continent. They are round.
That is Ben Beams and Cora Sebastian.
Oh,
But they are getting going. So there's not going to be a safety car call this time.
there isn't. No, safety car does remain in the pit lane.
In the meantime, Jan Karolczak is on the fight back, gets the move done on Olivia Krasnowska, and goes chasing after Jacob Hine, who after dropping to the back is back up to P9.
Oh, there's a touch and there's a bit of a gentle, unfortunate shove onto the grass.
Yep, Jatin Kanoji off into the gravel at turn 1.
Wrong place, wrong time. I don't think the driver was aware that Kanoji was there.
Gets back on safely, but loses another position to Ben Beams.
Indeed he does, and that's going to hurt his cause. But leader's now pulling away. 0.7 a second is the gap. Bergy trying to catch Benoit for full position, because says, "Come back here, you Frenchman, I've got a baguette for you." And just you can bash around the head of it and maybe take that lead.
Now, let's have a look. Right, so Bergy has decided that now is the time to start using his push-to-passes. He's used his first one. He has got 9 of them to Alex Benoit's 5.
Ooh. Okie dokie, he's saved up nice. He's in great position with his push-to-passes then.
Carlos Capel off in the grass, looking for a place to safely rejoin. Does get on, but he's got a big queue of cars coming up behind him, and I think he's going to have to lose a few positions as they come through.
It does. Back down in 17th. Does get going once more as Zach Silver and Olivia fighting away, and that Silver past Olivia. Wood dropping 3 positions going through turn 2.
He just ran a little wide, and the queue just came through on Alex there. And that's Angela Scott, who has had, to be fair, a rough race, is up into P7.
Nice.
And chasing down Mikko Kontu. Go on, Scotty!
My other co-commentator, elected driver card away.
Our other AC admin, who was down last place after the last pace safety car period, is up into P8.
Not bad at all, is it?
There is a lot of fighting going on here.
Is indeed Angela trying to get past Conti now for 6th position now. They need to keep it on circuit. It looks like they finally got to grips with the car, and it looks a lot more smooth, especially through that middle sector where they were struggling. That double right-hander, seen her go off quite a few times.
Sandy Bergy on the push to pass. Right behind Alex Benoit, only a 10th between them on the last lap, and he is closing.
Not enough for a move into turn 1.
He's still got the power, and he's still got 8 push to passes over Benoit's 5.
Oh.
Benoit's going to have to use them to defend at this rate.
Yeah, he's going to have to.
It's the last place you want the push to pass to still be active is when you get into these sweeping S's.
Yeah.
Because it will make the car understeer like nothing else.
Indeed.
We saw it with the Formula Lithiums a couple of seasons back as well.
Yes.
Once you hit that extra power boost, yes, you've got that speed advantage in a straight line, but the understeer comes in a big way.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. Ben Beams in the wall. Gets back on, but loses places, and now is Jatin Kanoji right on his back bumper. Johan Karolczak makes the move on Jacob Hine.
Right on the inside.
The battles are all well into play here.
They are. I think that is Scotty trying to make a move on Conti, always going around the outside of this double right-hander. Thinks better of it.
Back Scotty also starting to use those push to passes, has 9 to Contu's 6.
Got plenty to use then to go onto the main straight.
She's got it available. chooses just to sit in the slipstream for now, I think.
Indeed,
Runs
she
out clearing at
does.
the end.
Yeah.
Right at the top limit there.
Oh, moment!
Big snap.
Saves it from going into the wall, but that's going to put Kawasaki right on her tail on the outside line. And
we know that Johan does not take prisoners.
Interesting.
Scotty's not overly known for being a signatory to prisoner holding either, and very much holds off Johan there.
Indeed. I'm going to have to leave you to commentate for a moment, because I tried to smash outside in the car park. I had to check something.
Not a problem.
For a second.
I will try and manage. Right, unfortunately, this does mean we're going to lose our camera movements in a minute, but we're sticking with this battle anyway because it's brilliant. Scotty right on the back of Miku Kontu, this train of 4 cars, about to become a train of 5, with Zach Silver closing up behind them. And she wants to be out of this group for Scotty. Wants to get past and away into the distance. But Johan Karolczak is right there and very much closing. He looks to have a lot more grip as they go through those S's at the end of the lap. Who's that running? Was that Jacob Hind running a wider line there? Interesting move. Has cost him a little bit. All of those guys, all of this pack within 2 tenths of each other on lap time. And Scotty makes the move and goes through on Kontu down into turn 1. No snaps of oversteer this time, gets the move done and starts to run away as Johan Karolczak dives down Kontu on the inside into the first section of the S's. Kontu hemorrhaging positions here. Jacob Hind now right on the back of him, and Zach Silver eyeballing this fight as well.
Indeed he is, and yes, that was a very... I'm back again, apologies. Just thought a car it sounded like there's a big shunt of my car's parked in the car park outside. So I thought I'd best go check nothing's going into my car. It just turns out cars in the car park's reversed into a tree, which is wonderful.
Oh no. Jacob Hind through on Kontu, Zach Silver lining up. Miku Kontu just seems to have dropped their pace. They were running fine. I wonder if they've run out. Zach Silver runs wide though and off into the gravel. That will drop him out of this fight and straight into another one with Gus Peters, who sweeps round the outside.
Tries to get around the outside, can't quite make it work. Will try and do so. Maybe I think maybe the last call. Oh, that's very close. Almost contact into that left-hander.
This is all letting Alex Wood close up in that Good Smile Racing livery.
It is indeed.
There's some brilliant fighting going on here.
Well, I'm glad the cameras didn't have to be changed for a few moments. I think you got a good chunk of that Scotty battle, as they are still fighting. Olivia into the pits, by the way. That
be final pit stop, that one.
Definitely, surely, final pit stop.
The big question: can Axel Beno hold off Sandeep Burji for P1? He is right on the back of him now and has so many more options of the push to pass. He can, let's see how many he's got. 7 left to Beno's 5. Beno's not been using them. So he is definitely thinking, I'm going to have to defend in these last few laps. I'm going to need my push to pass to do that.
Yeah, absolutely.
Great tactical awareness from these drivers. Just behind them, James Lapavo is fighting tooth and nail with Zach Finney. So 2 new drivers in P1 and P2, 2 oNiD veterans in P3 and P4.
Oh my.
And it's great fighting.
Indeed, what a battle we're seeing for these positions. It's 5 seconds between the 2 leaders, between one of the first and second and third. But we're still getting these little battles up and down the grid, which is wonderful to see.
Ben Neal holding on to P5. I'm pretty sure Ben Neal was down in last at one point.
I think
and
he
he's
was.
now up in P5. Behind him, 6th and 7th, Scotty and Johan Karolczak, 2 very committed drivers. This one isn't so much going to be a stately duel as a knife fight in a phone booth.
No. Oh my, that's a thought.
Oh, Scotty snaps! Oh,
Oh no!
Gets it going again, but drops P7 to Jacob Hine.
Oh dear. Not good to see.
Oh. Not sure what happened there. The car just snapped out underneath Scotty.
Indeed.
I'm gutted for her because all that work she's done. Still an incredible P8, considering that she definitely was down in solid last place at one point. But what could have been, she was holding on to that P6 with gritted teeth. And that has let Johan Kazak free to go chase after Ben Neal.
Has indeed. The gap, even though with 10 laps to go, 3 seconds. See if they can close that gap down.
Jacob Hine behind Johan has about 3 more push-to-passes to use.
Ooh,
10 laps remaining.
Oh, keep an eye on that battle. Another little battle that's happening down the back end of the grid. Beams fighting away with Olivia after that torrid restart for Olivia, dropping down to 17th and going to the pits. So Ben goes wide.
What a move. Ben gets a little wide and Olivia was there to capitalise, and massive commitment there through the S's.
It was. Gets it sorted regardless.
Not letting that opportunity go.
No, not at all, not in the slightest. Lead battle still within grasping distance of each other. 0.6 a second now is the gap, but it looks like Ben Ott has been able to maintain. Pavot, however, getting closer to Finn than he's been previously. 0.4, 0.3 of a second as they go into the final corner onto the main straight.
Johan Karolzak has closed down Ben Neal by about 2 seconds over the last couple of laps.
Yes, they have indeed.
And he's taking Jacob Hine along with him. He's only about 2 seconds back from this fight. They are getting closer and closer each time. They do have lap traffic between them. And that is Ben Asker, who does run wide, unfortunately, into the gravel.
Does get going again, however, loses more time to P17, does Ben, as Silver losing a position to Peters.
These two have been fighting. Have not been on top of it as much as we could be, but they have been right in each other's pockets for the last couple of laps. And remain that these cars are looking very snappy. I think there were a lot of stops around that midway mark. I think these tyres are starting to get very, very snappy.
Potentially as well, making these tyres last right until the end. Is that a lock up from Peters? Actually approaching a back marker. I'm not sure who that is. Or is that a position? Oh, but Axel's in pits.
Is it? That can't be a. I mean, it must be a necessary stop. Has he burnt his fuel up? Is there one more twist to this tale?
Quite potentially in the background. That's Karolzak coming in as well.
Yeah, it's going to have to be fuel for the last few laps, isn't it?
Oh, that's gutting for Axel.
It's not over yet. Surely Bergie's going to have to pit as well. But he's going to have to put a lap less fuel into the car if he's timed it really well.
Oh, interesting.
Now, you know who did stop at the last safety car, dropped to the back, and lost a load of places, and who probably won't need to pit now? P5 is Jacob Hine, who is now defending from Axel Bonneau.
Oh. Depends what the top four does. They all need to pit again. We're looking at potential net races for Jacob Hine.
You're going to be... He's a long way off at the moment. He's about 20 seconds off.
Yeah.
But it's going to be at least 20 seconds on pits. But I think I've got to say, I think Beno's got the pace on Jacob here. He is looking very, very fast.
Yeah, he is. He's getting the job done. He's right on the tail, even after one lap.
Gets on the push to pass out the last corner.
Jacob will defend within his right to, even if Axel is the quicker driver.
Yeah, I think honestly, I think Jacob let him have it.
Yeah. Immediately goes to the racing line, says, you know what, you can come past, it's fine, here's the inside line, just take it, it's fine.
But stuck over to the left, so this isn't my fight.
I think if Jacob's going to the end, I think his fight is potentially with the tyres and his fuel tank.
Yes. It's going to be where he can hold on, and where will anyone in the top 4 have to make a move now to pit? Unless you've still got Zach Finney and James Lepavo fighting tooth and nail, and they have not been giving up on that fight.
There's Axel now on the back of Neil for P4, and that's going to be correctly easy
not
on the side.
Time. Straight through.
Now, if Finney and Pavo keep on fighting, that will close the gap down for Axel for
on this lap
podium.
Ridiculous. Every so often we get these really fast drivers rocking up for a series like this, and it's like...
Leader's into the pits. Yeah, I agree with you on that one, but Leader is into the pits.
As he goes into the pits, he's got 20 seconds back to Beno. He's not going to get out in time.
No, not
Beno
quite.
goes through back into the net lead. 6 laps to go. What? And it's... what do Finney and James Lepavo do? Have they got enough?
Potentially, we're about to find out.
Johan Karolczak just sets his fastest lap of a 1:24.
Oh.
And there is I think there is I need to double check. There may be a point for fastest lap. Let's have a quick check. There is not, I'm lying. Okay.
Yeah. As Virgil gets back past Jacob Hine. Again, I think that's more of a case of you have the position, don't worry about it, I'm not going to fight you.
Yeah, fight the battles you can win. I think that Jacob's real fights at the moment is with James Lepavo and Zach Finney.
Yes, I agree.
And also with Angela Scott behind him.
Yeah.
Zach Finney into the pits. James Lepavo continues.
Oh. Fuel critical then.
It's got to be. It's got to be bingo fuel.
Silver's had an issue. He's spun the kart in the middle sector. Is able to rejoin, however.
Yeah, he's in a nice little gap, able to get going safely. Zach Finney down to P7.
Oh.
P8. Gus Peters goes through.
It might be P9 in a minute. If not careful, Canoja's had a spin. That's the penultimate no, it's the middle sector, should I say. Going into the final sector. As we see, where did that really come back out? Is ahead of Karolczak. Silver's in the pits.
Now that's intriguing. Virgie's come out on the alternate tyre, which is the fastest tyre.
Okay.
He's got 3 and a bit seconds to Beno in front. Can he close it down with that rubber advantage?
Is Ben out on the primary then?
He is indeed. He's stuck to the primary.
The slower compound. Sebastian. Oh, Cora Sebastian spinning at turn 2.
Gets going again.
With 4 laps to go. 4 or 5 laps to go.
I've got to ask, this is one of those times we've had a sweaty eSport driver turn up for one of our championships, because it happens on occasion.
It's happened on occasion, and I have to say, Bernie and Benoit and Pavot are now very much all within the same part of the circuit of each other.
Yeah. I don't think James Lepavo is going to be able to hold on. James's best lap is a 1:25.8 to Beno's is a 1:24.2.
Oh.
and that was his last lap. He set his fastest lap on his last circuit round.
Yeah.
1:24.4 was also the last lap for Sandeep Verji.
Gap is closing, that is for sure. The gap is definitely closing for the lead battle. Axel on the back of Pavot for the lead of the race, 0.6 of a second.
Beno has lost a little bit of time. So what Verge really wants is for James Lepavot to do him a favour and hold up Axel Beno now.
Yeah, indeed. Peters dropping to P9, had an issue. Gets back going again. That was in the hairpin. Probably went wide into the gravel. And here we go. Bennett on the push to pass. I'm presuming getting the move done before the turn.
He's only got one push to pass left. Bergie behind him has 4.
Interesting. 3 laps to go.
Has 8. He's not been using them, but he's in his own.
Scotty comes into the pits.
Yep, we will not have a safety car called from this point on. Rob has disconnected from the server.
Indeed he has. That safety car duty is done and dusted for Rob. And Virgie now on the tail of Pavot, about 1.2 seconds. And Bennett almost checking out again. And
Womp. Virgie. Oh! That was a big moment there with Carlos Capo.
That was. And then does able to get out of the way, compromises Pavot, the leader, a little bit. Gap is closing, and they'll have 2 laps to close down on for the lead.
Sandeep desperately wants to get past James now, runs slightly wide.
That's not going to help his cause.
No, that will cost him a little bit of time. It's only a few laps remaining.
He's got to run surely out of the final turn and pulls out of the slipstream.
Hits the push to pass, rockets away down the straight.
And now will it be the case of can he catch for P1 with 2 laps to go? Green flag until the end of the race. It's the official call by race control.
And this is going to be very tight as they race towards the finish. We do still have battles out on track. Ben Neal just on the back of Gus Peters here. On the push to pass, his first usage of the push to pass goes to the outside of turn 1, trying to get the cut back. Might just have made it work.
Just about.
That's a move. That's a move and a half.
Still there is. Peters decides to go wide and just gives the position to Neil. And is that going to be also. That's a back marker, so he's safe.
Yeah, that is Ben Beams behind them.
Indeed.
Yaron Karazak in the meantime on for P6 on the back of Mika Kontu.
And
not quite there. Kontu defending hard.
He is, and the outside line will now become the inside line as Neil's had an incident in P9 and will drop positions, and up the inside goes Karazak. He isn't just enough space, and Kontu concedes the position.
And that's given Zach Finney a bit of breathing room behind them.
Has indeed. Lap times 124.5 for the leader, 124.1 for the second place Bergie, but it's not going to be enough on the penultimate lap.
No, he's got the push to passes to use, but he's just not got the laps left.
No. As the sun sets here for tonight's race, the race itself is slowly coming to conclusion, and these guys to lose.
Putting a stint here. This has been an hour and a half of racing nearly, with the safety car interventions, and they are still fighting tooth and nail for position out there.
They are indeed, as we said, it is Axel's race to lose at this point. Not much else he can do apart from keep it pointing in the right direction, just keeping the pace he's got at the moment. That would be satisfactory, and that'll be enough for him to retain the lead without threat from behind. That's a backmarking out of the way of someone.
Out of Axel Bado's way to get something, blast his last push to pass for her to defend down that straight. Fastest lap for Sandeep at 23.9.
Oh. As you see, Wood going wide, that's going to let Kanoji through.
He's gonna get within the 2 second mark. He's on his penultimate push to pass. He's gonna have one more lap. If he's timed it right, it's so close. He can see the car in front of him, but it's just not able to close that gap at the last.
Oh, exactly. As the gap does come down to 1.9, but it's not going to be anywhere near close enough to make a challenge. There's a backmarking between them now, and yeah, it's backmarker ahead of him that'll very slowly move out of the way, I'm sure. And indeed, it does. Now there's a backmarker between him and second place. That is pretty much race win secured.
Yeah, and that's Carl Sebastian goes off the track to keep out the way of the fight, and fair play. But it's gone down to 1.2 seconds, and there's just no time left to make the move. Budge is out of push to pass. He's used it somewhere around that lap. 1.2 between them, and a great win for Axel Badeau. Chased all the way by Sandy Burge there. And a little bit back from them, James Lapavo comes through to take the final step on the rostrum.
Indeed, it'll be then Hein, and then it's Hein, Finney, and Carroll. No, Karozak almost had lost it on the final turn. It will be now Heinz, Finney, Karozak for 4th, 5th, and 6th. Conti will be 7th. There's a battle between Peters and Scott for 8th and 9th. Let's have a focus on that one. As Scott comes across the final turn, it's going to be close between the two.
It's very close.
It's 0.1 of a second, and it is Peters that beats Scott to the line. We then wait.
Very, very close.
Indeed, it was. We now wait for Silver to see the checkered flag. Matt Neal seen it in 10th. Kanoji and Olivia fighting quite close to each other within a second as they go through the final sector. It will be Silver, Kanoji. Oh, sorry, it'll be Silver. Then it will be, we think, Kanoji, then Olivia. And going through the final turn, there they go. That is correct.
The remainder of our finishers.
Oh, just waiting for Wood to see the checkered flag, but I think he's run out of fuel.
Oh no! I mean, he will retain position because Carl Sebastian behind him has already finished. Yeah, but he's just coming round to get across the line, coasting in 6th gear.
Oh dear!
But he's very glad the start finishes in Top Hill.
I bet he is, and that is race over. For round 1 of the AC Indycar Championship, it's Bennett, Bergie, Pavo, Hein, Finney, Kawazak, Conti, Peters, Scott, and Neil. Your top 10. Silver, Kanoji, Olivia Woods, Sebastian, Capel, Beams, Oscar. Your finishing position. Sadly, Vickers 19th, DNF with technical issues, and we will hopefully see them back next week.
If they're all like that, I'm going to be very happy with how this series turned.
I know, right?
That was a bit good.
A bit? That was very good.
It was great fun. Great racing throughout. A little bit of carnage, but we always expect that at the start of a new series. Everyone getting used to the cars. But yeah, great race. And we look forward to seeing what they do next week when they take to the streets of Detroit.
Oh, cannot wait. Detroit waits for next week. We do have other streams happening tomorrow, Wednesday night, Thursday night, and on Sunday night, rounding up our first week of the championship here, or first week of this season, should I say, for season 5. Season 5? Yeah.
It is season 5, yes.
That's fine. It's all good. I'm not going totally mad. Join us tomorrow where we go to LMU for our Wednesday Championship iRacing on Thursday. and back to LMU again on Sunday. Next week we start week 2, LMU on a Monday, and then back again here for AC on a Tuesday night. We look forward to bringing you all the action from the streams, and our stream team will bring it to you on Twitch. Cannot wait to see what the rest of the week happens, or what unfolds, should I say, for the rest of the week. If you've enjoyed this stream, do give us a follow, and also go to our Discord, type in oNiD.gg/oNiD Community Racing in your chosen web browser. That will take you to our Discord. Come and say hi, come and pester us. Be happy to have you. Also join us on SimGrid, on the SimGrid community, and look out for sign-ups for our races on SimGrid. I think that's all the self-promotion I need to do.
I'm still catching my breath, to be honest. That was an
I'm
amazing,
a little bit as well, to be fair.
amazing piece. And I look forward to see what the rest of this series produces.
Next week, street racing for AC. But until then, we will see you. We'll conclude the stream here, and we'll say thank you very much for your viewership and your support. Hope to see you all very, very soon. Ben, any last words before we go?
No, I cannot add anything to that race. That was brilliantly exciting, and I look forward to seeing what people do moving forward. Congratulations to Axel Beno, and great racing from everyone.
The Frenchman takes the lead for the first round. Who will it be next week? Do be sure to tune in and find out. Take care till then. Have a wonderful week. We'll see you all very, very soon.